Barcelona is coming in for Youri Tielemans in January. Moreover, they want to hijack that deal from Arsenal because Arsenal is one of those teams that have been linked to signing Tielemans for a very long time. To an extent, they even agreed personal terms. But we've seen very many deals overturn when Barcelona comes in through, because Jules Koundé is one of the cases when they had agreed personal terms with Chelsea and the player decided to go on and play for Barcelona. Now, the other story is all about Ilkay Gundogan. It's either Ilkay Gundogan or Youri Tielemans. And then we are going to talk about Pep Guardiola Messi coming out and really saying that Pep Guardiola is the best manager in the world. That every plan he really gave the players and obviously orchestrated on the field of play was really gotten right, and they won very many trophies in the world. Welcome to Rokani Media Football, guys. How are you, guys? World Cup break is kickstarting. Today, the Premier League has really come to an end with United beating Fulham by 2-1 with Alejandro Garnacho, the wonder kid, scoring the goal in the late minutes. Almost 3 minutes added in the 90th minute. In the 90 minutes, he scores in the second minute and 43rd seconds. That's when he scored that goal. Then Arsenal won by 2 goals to nil yesterday. Odegaard scoring a brace. As we speak now in the Premier League, Arsenal are topping the Premier League with 5 points ahead of Man City. La Liga, it's Real Madrid on top. Italy, it's Napoli on top. And obviously, in Germany, I think it's Union Berlin, not so Union Berlin. And I think let me check. In the Bundesliga, I want to see who is on top of the Bundesliga standings. Is it Union Berlin? Oh, Bayern Munich is on top, and Union Berlin has totally fallen off. Bayern is on top with 34 points. Freiburg is second, 30 points. Borussia Dortmund is 25 points. It's having 25 points. So as things stand, in Germany, it's obviously Bayern Munich. In France, it's obviously a team which goes by the names of it's obviously a team which goes by the names of PSG in France, and I think those are the 5 most followed leagues in the world football right about now. But Rokan David is my name. But as we go in the World Cup break, you know what's going to happen. It's all going to be news concerning transfers and World Cup updates, which players gonna ahead to shine in the World Cup. Remember, every World Cup makes its own star, especially those stars that we've not been knowing. I throw you back to the World Cup of 2002. For those that have been following the game of football a lot, Senegalese were the talk of the day because they defeated the defending champions on the opening day, that is France, and they went ahead to be knocked out onto the semi-finals of the World Cup by Turkey. Then players like Diouf moved to Liverpool, Salif Diao moved to Liverpool, Ferdinand Kole, Sisi, who is now the current manager of Senegal, who has taken them to the World Cup, was into the mix and helped them do the needful. So very many players came to Europe and big European teams, and they moved away from League One. So I remember the World Cup of 2010. That's when we got to know about this lefty guy that was bought by Real Madrid from Monaco, James Rodriguez. That's when we got to know about him, and very many other players that really coming through and do the likes of Cuadrado. We knew them for the World Cup of 2014. So the World Cup is like a showcase. It's like a shop where you go and showcase your goodies, and the best players really find themselves jobs to go on and do the needful. So one of the players that is going to be playing at the World Cup and has almost been playing well for Leicester City is Youri Tielemans. Now today we've gotten a story via Managing Barca that FC Barcelona will sign a midfielder in January, and the 2 options are Ilkay Gundogan or Youri Tielemans. Now, this story has been reported by Ferran Martinez. Ferran Martinez works for Mundo Deportivo. You know Mundo Deportivo very well, one of the most sounding news outlets coming in from Spain. So this story has a lot in it. Do you know why? Gerard Piqué has just really put down his boots and really resigned from playing football. So I believe Xavi is really afraid of another old player who has served Barcelona for so long and has never played for another team apart from Barca, and that is Sergio Busquets. He plays in a position that is so much important for the team, and he plays a single pivot. He acts like a reference to Barcelona. Every time he's there, things look to be safe. But obviously, they are even knocked out of the UEFA Champions League group stages, yet he was really playing, meaning that a lot of reinforcement is really needed into the Barcelona side. And Youri Tielemans is one they're really looking at, and Iko Gundogan. If I'm Xavi, Iko Gundogan wouldn't be my option. Do you know why? He's 30 plus, injury prone. I have to go in for Youri Tielemans. That's why I'm going to settle so much on Youri Tielemans, and that's why I'm telling you that looks like Barcelona are going to hijack Youri Tielemans from Arsenal. Why hijack? Jules Koundé had agreed terms with Chelsea in the summer of 2021. Chelsea failed to raise 65 million euros, and Jules Koundé, towards the end of the transfer window, he was in France waiting for a call from his agent that everything is done and dusted, you're going to Chelsea. After Chelsea failing to go on and really sign that player, Barcelona comes in the summer of 2022 and they convince the player, and the player goes to Barcelona. The same scenario might happen on Youri Tielemans, because for 2 summers now, Arsenal have failed to sign Youri Tielemans. In the summer of 2021, Arsenal went in. The player was left with 2 years on his contract. They were paying £45 million. Leicester City was calling for 65. That was the first summer. Arsenal pulled out and they went in for the likes of Odegaard and bought in other players. The summer of 2022, the recently concluded one, Arsenal went in for Youri Tielemans. They still wanted 35 to 45 million pounds. Arsenal said, we are giving you 25 million pounds only. And the player didn't cross the side. Now, in January, Barcelona is coming in through, and we're waiting to see what Leicester is really going to go on and really say how much this player is being valued. Because Barcelona is really a huge team. It comes in with a name, and you cannot resist such approaches from a team like Barcelona. And with their manager being Xavi, it really sends you into the know that Xavi can easily convince Youri Tielemans. Xavi was a midfielder. He can tell Tielemans that I'm going to make you one of the best midfielders in the world. If at all, one of the reasons as to why he convinced Jules Koundé to come to Barcelona was promising him to make him the best ball-playing centre-back in the world, yet he's a midfielder and was not a defender. Now, what if it comes to Youri Tielemans, who is really a midfielder, and obviously Xavi was one of the best world midfielders? Have you thought about that? So, this brings in a very huge battle between Arsenal and Barcelona. Who is going to win this battle? It's really going to be one of those deals that we're going to be looking at, because Barcelona are really going to go in for Youri Tielemans. Why are they going in for Youri Tielemans? They would have gone in for Bernardo Silva. But Bernardo Silva is still playing in the Champions League, and Barcelona have been knocked out of the Champions League. Secondly, they don't have the money. I believe even if Barcelona comes now and tells Bernardo that we have the money, we want you to come, he will cross, because he obviously wants to go in and play for Barcelona. It's his dream team for him to play for, though he loves City, but he wants to go on and really play for Barcelona. So Youri Tielemans, when Barcelona comes in through, will he reject to go to Barcelona like he did when Liverpool came in through towards the end of the transfer window? You had Jurgen Klopp coming out loud and clear on the first. Remember, on the first we are playing. On the first, Liverpool was playing and United was playing. And he said in the pre-match press conference where they're going to play, which team were they playing on the 31st? He said that there is a midfielder we wanted, and the player said no. Yet the player's contract was left with 1 year and wanted to sign him. The player said no. That was Youri Tielemans. They wanted to sign Youri Tielemans from Leicester City because they knew it was cheap. But the player said no, meaning that Leicester City was willing to sell. But Tielemans never wanted to go there. Tielemans has already agreed personal terms with Arsenal. Mikel Arteta is an admirer ever since he was at Man City. He's an admirer of Youri Tielemans. He wants him at the club. In January, he wants him to reinforce his midfield. So, what will Tielemans make as his decision? Arsenal really have a lot on stake. Reason being, they are leading the table, 5 points clear. Barcelona is the struggling side. Barcelona can't trade Champions League football to Youri Tielemans because they are both in the UEFA Europa League with Arsenal, and moreover, Barca is going to play United in the playoff. We don't know what the result is going to be. So it looks like Arsenal is also having a better bargaining effort. If Barcelona was in the Champions League, it would have been a different case altogether. If Arsenal was not leading the table of the Premier League, it wouldn't have been the same discussion altogether. But as things stand, obviously, Youri Tielemans wants out of Leicester City and he's eyeing Arsenal. Now, will Barcelona hijack Youri Tielemans and really take him to Catalonia? I'm here to wait and see what is really going to go on and really unfold. This is one of the stories that is really going to be so much sounding in the transfer windows. And I know Cherop Alex, watch over this story because you really want to know a lot about Tielemans to decide which goes by names of Arsenal. So we wait and see what is really going to be all about this deal concerning a team which goes by the names of Barcelona and Youri Tielemans. Yet Arsenal is really a darling and a team that has been following Tielemans for close to 2 or 3 years. Now, we are getting a story coming in from @Sport. Xavi is delighted with Frenkie de Jong and he has now become a fundamental part of the project. Obviously, this links us to Youri Tielemans and why he wants him. With Busquets leaving the club, you want to go on and bring in finished articles into your midfield. To me, Tielemans is just underrated because he's playing for Leicester City. The moment he goes in and he elevates to teams like Barcelona, or Arsenal, or Manchester United, or Liverpool, any of those top teams in top tier football, he's really going to go on and really become one of the world's best midfielders. His stats are really great, has a very good shot, and his recent form towards the World Cup leaves you in no doubt that he is destined for becoming one of the best midfielders in the world. So Frenkie de Jong is expected to be that player to go on and play the single pivot of Barcelona when Sergio Busquets leaves in June next year. But that means there's going to be a vacuum caused by the departure of Sergio Busquets. That calls for Barcelona to go in and bring in a player who is really perfect into that position. And who is that kind of player? It's Tielemans. Frenkie de Jong, Tielemans in the midfield. Where does that leave Frank Kessie? Obviously, I believe Frank Kessie is not going to go on and really be at Barcelona. I really believe that Barcelona signed Frank Kessie as a liability, and they want to get some good money out of him. He's young, tenacious, proven, good midfielder who was at AC Milan playing quality football. Right now, he's not getting enough playing time at Barcelona. And towards the end of the transfer window in the summer, scares came in from the sources close to Barcelona that he really wanted to go on and really leave Barcelona because there was a clause in his contract he signed with Barcelona that if at all they don't register him in time, he's really going to leave Barcelona. So Barcelona having financial problems, I believe they can put Frank Kessie on market because they signed him on a free. They can get like 30 or 40 million euros from him. Then they use that amount of money to go on and really bring on a Youri Tielemans or another midfielder of their choice. But it looks like if they're looking for another midfielder, obviously it's going to be Tielemans to go on and really partner De Jong. But even De Jong, there are lots of question marks. However much they're telling us that Xavi is delighted, there is no way you can tell me that you would put a player who you are delighted to be in your club on sale. Look, what they did in the summer on Frenkie de Jong showed that this guy is less important to the club. He's not important to them. That's why they really put him on market like that. If at all he was important, they wouldn't have really even played him in central defense to show him that, please, we don't want you here. To me, it was an embarrassment to Frenkie de Jong. So I believe Xavi really has a different plan altogether and is looking for other CDMs in the world. And you might hear them go in for players like Enzo Fernandez, Youri Tielemans, because I think for him, he doesn't believe in Frenkie de Jong as a player at Barcelona. And Frenkie de Jong has gone ahead to tell Barcelona, I'm not cutting my weekly wages and I'm wanting my deferred wages, close to 17 million euros. So I believe there is no way we are going to get ourselves out of the news, the story of Frenkie de Jong leaving Barcelona. However much they're telling us that he has become a fundamental part of the project, I will only see it when it's not sold in the summer or put up for sale in the summer by Xavi, the manager of Barcelona. Lastly, it's Lionel Messi. He was the one who was coaching him in the Barcelona B team, that is Pep Guardiola. He promoted him to Barcelona the senior team of Barcelona, where that was being managed by Rijkaard. When Rijkaard was sacked, Pep Guardiola was given the job and obviously went ahead to go on and do lots of things for Lionel Messi. And Messi has come out and spoken out about Pep Guardiola. I was talking to ESP and he told them that Guardiola did football a lot of harm because he made it look so easy and so simple that everyone wanted to copy him. Later, I found many Guardiolas out there and realized what we did and what that was. So he's giving credit to Barcelona's former manager, that is Pep Guardiola, that is really great, and he made football look so easy according to how he trained players, because he collected players of good quality and brought them into a same team. Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, Pedro, Sergio Busquets, and very many others. Messi himself came into the same team and really won lots of trophies with a team which goes by names of Barcelona. That's Messi for you, sending flowers to Pep Guardiola. Guys, what are your thoughts on Barcelona hijacking Youri Tielemans from Arsenal in January? Then tell me what you think about Frenkie de Jong being seen as a fundamental part of the Barcelona's new project under Xavi, and obviously Messi sending flowers to Pep Guardiola. Your reactions are welcome in the comment section below. Remember, we are left with like 400 subscribers to hit 8,000 subscribers to this channel. Go in the comment section and really do the needful and subscribe to this channel. After subscribing, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload the video onto this channel. Remember, you're going in the World Cup. Lots of news are really going to be coming up concerning transfers, World Cup updates, who is injured, who is out of the squad, all onto this channel. I hand you over to the mighty Lord to see you over. Sign out for now. See you later. One more story is coming at the end of the day. I'm out.